Hello Sumeti, welcome to another video tutorial. So in this video we'll be learning how to make this beautiful bonnet with an adjustable band. We're not using the elastic band. So to get started, this is my doll face fabric folded into two. It's also called satin fabric folded into two. This is it folded into two. I'm going to fold it again to make sure that it is into four. So this is it folded into four. I'm going to fold it again so that it will be into eight because I want to cut two pieces at once. If it's just one piece I want to cut, I'll fold it into four and cut, but it's two pieces. So I went ahead to mark 12.5 of an inch round like so. 12.5. Please take note. If you want yours bigger than mine, it should be more than 12.5. If you don't want yours as big as mine, you don't make it up to 12.5. Do you understand? But the measurement I use round here is 12.5. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. Then we will also go ahead and cut the band because it is the doll face, the satin we are using for the band also. So I went ahead to mark the band. Don't forget that this part is also folded into eight, right? So I went ahead to mark the band 6 inches and I'm going to rule a straight line. So I'm going to cut through the straight line. If you want your band wider than my own, you can use like 7 or 8 inches. But I think if the band is too wide, it's not going to be fine. So 6 inches is just perfect. So this is the band we have on the table. So this is it into two. Now we are going to like spread the main fabric open. Don't forget I said there are two pieces. Then I'm going to roll a straight line on an edge of this. So the straight line is going to be measuring 3 inches. So that's me marking 3 inches and rolling a straight line. Then to the left I will mark 4 inch and to the right I will mark 4 inch. I'm going to create a curve connecting the three lines together, which is the three markings, connecting it together like so, and I'm going to cut through. Don't forget that we have the two pieces together. So I'm cutting on the two pieces. After that, don't forget that the two pieces, they are right side facing each other, okay? I'm going to go to the machine and sew the part I cut open and come back. So here, I've gone ahead to sew. This is what we have. I'm going to flip it to the right side. And when I flip it, this is what we have. Can you see what we have? I'm going to go to the ironing table and give it a very good press so that it's easy to work on. So here I've gone ahead to iron it and this is what we have. So the measurement, I measured my head round. Measuring my head round is 23 inches. So now I have my needle and thread. I'm going to draw gathers round this circle that we're creating the bonnet on, and after drawing the gathers I will now drag it to measure 23 inches. So work with the measurement of your head. If yours is 21, use 21. If you use lesser than, it will be tight, okay? So mine is 23, so I'm going to use 23. I'll just draw gather around the whole thing. So here I've gone ahead to draw gather. So I'm measuring it to see if it's measuring 23 inches. If it's not up to, I will spread it a little bit. If it's more than, I'm going to drag it in a little bit. So you arrange it properly. You make sure that the gathers is equally distributed, okay? No part is carrying more gathers than the other side, so that by the time you do it, one part of the bonnet is not more bulky than the other side. Do you understand? So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm just arranging it to make sure that it is equally distributed. So measuring it, it is 23 inches. I'm just arranging the gathers like I have said. So after arranging the gathers, we are going to work on the band. I'm going to put the bonnet aside and we'll work on the band. The band is measuring about 58 inches long. So I folded it into two and I'm creating a curve at the both edge of the band. I'm just curving it. You can leave your own like that, it's not necessary, but I just want to make a curve. Then from the midpoint, I'm going to notch the midpoint of the band that I have. So I'll mark, that's the midpoint. I'm notching it. Then I will go ahead and divide the 23 inches into 2, which is 11.5, because the band is already folded into 2. I will mark 11.5 there with my chalk. So I'm going to make sure that the marking is reflecting on the other side, and I will notch it. Then I will go ahead and spread it open, then flip it to the wrong side like so. We are going to sew. So from the edge, I'm going to sew straight to where the 11.5 inches end at the other end. Then on this other side, I'm going to sew to the 11.5 inches that I notched. I will do that and come back. So here I have done that. I'm going to pull both sides. You know we did not sew the middle, right? Because the middle is the 23 inches that will go around the bonnet. So I'm going to pull the both edges of the band outside. If you're still watching at this point and you find this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share for others to see. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. So after pulling it to the right side, I'll go ahead and iron it and come back. So here I have ironed the band, and this is what we have, okay? So I'm just arranging the parts we notched. So from one notched part to the other is measuring 23 inches exactly. So now we are going to place the band around the bonnet from the notched edge. So from that part, I'm going to open it up like this, and I'll place it on it, and I'll go ahead and sew it round. But I'll take us to the machine so we can do it together. So here we are going to sew. So you are going to spread it open from the notched area. You will spread the band open. We are only sewing one piece of the band round first. Then we will use the other piece to turn it. Do you understand? So you can see me here, I'm still arranging it. So I'm going to place the band like so. Then I'll go ahead and sew. You can see that the needle and thread I use in drawing gathers is still there in case I still need to adjust. So we will go ahead and sew. So you are basically just sewing the band around the bonnet. So you can see how I am arranging the band on the bonnet, and I'm sewing it. So as you are sewing, you are arranging so that the gathers, it will not pack on one side. So after sewing it all the way around, we are going to fold the other edge of the band to cover the sewing of the first piece of the band. So now we've sewn one part of the band. Can you see what we have? Now this is the other opening. I'm going to fold it in like this. Can you see? Then I'll go ahead and pin it all around. As I'm folding it, I'm pinning it. Don't forget that as you're folding it, you're using it to cover the first sewing that we made with the other piece of the band. So as I'm folding, I'm pinning. As I'm folding, I'm pinning until I will pin it all around. When you're doing your pinning, make sure that you pin it closely, because if it's not close, when sewing it, you can omit some parts. Okay, so you do your pinning, you pin it closely, because we are going to be sewing from the other side of the band and not this part that we're pinning on. So I'm just going to go ahead and pin it all around before we will now sew it together. It's pretty easy to do. So I had to forward it a little bit to save our time. It's just the same thing I was doing, pinning it round. So after pinning it round, I'm going to flip it the other way round like this, and I'm going to sew. So we're sewing directly in between the first line that we use in joining the first piece of the band. So I will continue sewing like that until I am done sewing it round. So you take your time when you're sewing this part, you don't rush it so that you don't make mistake. So after sewing it, I will go ahead and remove all the pins. And at this point, we are done with the bonnet, and this is what it looks like. You can see how neatly done it is. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.